Everyone likes to think they're unique and one in a million, but how far would you actually go to look rare? Because some individuals in this world were born with traits or conditions so unusual and uncommon, they almost seem unreal. But they're not. These aren't just people who happen to be different. They're the definition of one in a million. And in this video, you're going to see just that. Today, we'll look at the 15 rare and unusual people that are actually one in a million. Number 15. Harrison. A wise man once said, "You can't beat the kid who won't give up." Harrison was supposed to be gone by now. Doctors gave him 2 years to live when he was 4. He was born with an ultra-rare form of scleroderma, a condition that hardens his skin until it can't move. He's the only known case in Australia. He's had fingers amputated. His joints don't work. But none of that stopped him. Every 2 weeks, he goes under anesthesia while his blood is treated with UV light and reinfused, just to keep him alive. And with that time, he paints. He skateboards. He started a clothing brand with Aussie Rules player Dyson. Every shirt features his art. The profits help him chase the dreams on his bucket list. Harrison gets stares. He hears the whispers. "Why do you look weird?" But he answers with a smile and a brush. He makes life look easy. It isn't. But you'd never know. Number 14. The Masked Face. Buddy lives with one of the rarest genetic conditions on Earth called Nablus syndrome. It's so rare that fewer than 15 people have it, and he was the 3rd ever diagnosed. His eyes are tiny, limiting his vision. His fingers don't straighten. His speech was nearly unintelligible as a kid. The surgeries helped, but barely. Kids laughed at him, and adults stared like he was a monster. And Buddy knew he looked different. "It made me feel like I didn't belong," he admitted. But instead of hiding, he flipped the whole game. He's now on Instagram, inspiring thousands. Not like those extra senseless motivational guys, but showing up every day, refusing to complain. His mother always said he had a warrior's mind. His gym trainer, Clarence, saw it instantly. "He earned my respect day one." Still, even with all his strength, Buddy hopes for more. Maybe new methods. Maybe a way to see and speak more clearly. He has also visited the doctor, Notori, his lifelong physician. Buddy doesn't ask for a miracle, just a shot at something better. That's who he is. Number 13. The Thruple. Now we're leaving Earth. Well, of course not. But this relationship sure doesn't follow gravity. James and Sarah were your regular high school sweethearts, together for 9 years. Then came Hunter, Sarah's gay best friend. One day, Hunter said what nobody expected. "I have feelings for both of you." Sarah didn't blink. Same. James looked stunned but curious. Over time, he accepted his own attraction to Hunter too. They figured it out, defined it their way. A bisexual thruple, open, honest, and committed. Well, of course, people didn't take it well. Friends thought it was a prank. The family asked if Sarah was being pressured. James had never been with a man before. Hunter had never been with a woman. But they learned to love without labels. Now they live together. 3 partners, 1 relationship. "At the end of the day, we're just doing what makes us happy," James said. And honestly, that's all they care about. They're not confused. They're not unstable. They're just not monogamous. And that's okay. Number 12. Jade and Todd. Love isn't one size fits all, and Jade and Todd prove it. Jade is 3 feet 2, Todd's 5 feet 9, and they've been together since meeting on Facebook. She's a little person. He's non-binary, and they're raising a family together. They married in 2017 and are now expecting their 2nd child. But social media hasn't exactly been kind. Strangers have called them inappropriate, even compared Jade to a child. Trolls question Todd's gender identity. But Jade and Todd aren't here to meet your expectations. Love is love, they say. Their son Jara is now a big brother in training, and the couple is busy prepping for baby number 2. Jade uses a wheelchair, and yes, Todd reaches the cereal. But that's life. That's partnership. Todd didn't identify as non-binary when they met, but their honesty brought them closer. Jade shares their journey on TikTok, despite the noise. "We waited to reveal our relationship," she said. "But it's time. Their family works. It's different. It's 100% real. And it's exactly what they want it to be." Number 11. Inga. When life strips away everything you expect, meet it like Inga did, head-on, barefoot, and unbothered. Born without arms due to bilateral aplasia of the upper limbs, Inga learned early how to make the world work for her. Prosthetics were offered, but they didn't help, so she used her feet. All of them. She cooks using a custom chair that raises her to counter level. She drives a regular car with no special modifications. Her steering, blinkers, and gear shifts, done with precision toes. She picks outfits that hug her body, because loose sleeves get in the way. Her boyfriend Joe helps when needed, but Inga is fiercely independent. She was adopted from a Russian orphanage and grew up learning how to adapt, but the rest she's figured out herself. She's a student, a model, and now a symbol of visible difference. "I love that I don't have arms," she says. Not because it's easy, but because it's hers. And she owns every second of it. Number 10. Michelle. For some, grandparenthood comes with gray hair. For Michelle, it came at 31. She had her first baby at 13. People judged and called her irresponsible, but she kept going, and now she's a proud mom of 4 daughters. By 21, she was already raising 3. "We grew up together," she said. "I was learning life while teaching them how to live it." Years later, Alicia became a mom at 17. That's how Michelle became a 30-something grandma. It wasn't the plan, but she stood by her daughter through every moment, and it brought them closer. Michelle shares their life on social media, where she's received support and backlash. Critics say she's glamorizing teen pregnancy. Michelle disagrees. She now calls Ariana her cycle breaker, proud that her daughter is building a different path. "Life is tough," she says, "but you can get through it." Her story isn't polished. It's real, raw, and still unfolding, with strength at the center of every chapter. Number 9. Beth. Now this is just unbelievable. Beth's life is a complete medical mystery. At 21, she's allergic to nearly everything. Airborne food smells, emotions, even her own skin's reaction. Doctors call it possible mast cell activation syndrome, but none have seen a case this severe. One wrong scent, paprika, perfume, chili, and her body erupts in hives or worse, full anaphylaxis. She keeps EpiPens in every room. Some days she can't leave the house. Isolation crept in until she met Sasha. Beth thought love was impossible, assuming Sasha would eventually walk away. Instead, Sasha stayed. She became her full-time caregiver and her biggest supporter. "She changed how I saw my health," Beth said. "She made me feel beautiful." The guilt lingers, but love wins out. Together, they share their story online, building awareness for others with chronic illness. "You're perfectly imperfect," Beth tells her followers. "Don't hide who you are." Her world may be small, but within it, she's found something vast. Peace. Number 8. Maisie. Maisie's body has been through more surgeries than most can imagine. A mom of 3 and a full-time content creator, she's spent over 20,000 pounds transforming herself, starting with a gastric sleeve in 2022. At her heaviest, she weighed 19 stone and wore a UK size 26. After having twins, her body changed fast. She felt trapped. Her knees cracked while walking upstairs, so she made a decision: cut the weight. She lost 8 stone in 8 months, and then she had loose skin everywhere. She flew to Turkey for a mummy makeover, full body lift, breast implants, Mons lift, and a fleur-de-lis scar across her stomach. But the pain was worse than childbirth, she said. In 2024, she went back, this time for her teeth. Internet trolls swarmed. "Are those a joke?" they asked. "Her dentist should be jailed." But Maisie's not done. She's already planning a facelift, another breast surgery, and a nose job. She knows it's become an obsession, but she loves it. Number 7. Socrates and his 100 snakes. Some families collect pets. Socrates collects snakes, almost 200 of them. He once feared them, but that fear turned into fascination. "What started as my biggest fear became my greatest love," he said. Over the years, he spent nearly $300,000 on snakes and another $100,000 creating the massive room where they live. His daughter Ariana, just 9, keeps 18 in her bedroom and first held one before she could walk. "They're so pretty," she says. She's been bitten a few times, but Socrates stays calm. "These are wild animals. Bites happen, but none here could ever harm my kids." His wife Jane and son Maximus share the same comfort with the reptiles. Their lifestyle isn't ordinary, but Socrates doesn't want ordinary. "Our parenting style isn't by the book," he admits. "They practice affirmations, stay active, and teach others about living fearlessly. For us," he says, "it's about educating the world, not just about snakes, but about extraordinary living." Number 6. Christina and Sam. They met in Cuba and couldn't look away. Christina saw Sam across the table and thought, "I'm in trouble." He looked back and decided, "I found her." It was instant, loud, undeniable chemistry. But for Christina and Sam, love came with noise they didn't deserve. Online trolls flooded their comments the moment they began posting their travels together. "We started sharing memories," Sam said. Then it turned into hate. People couldn't handle their interracial relationship. Strangers whispered in public, stared too long, threw side comments that burned. "Sometimes I can feel the heat from someone's glare," Christina said. Still, they don't shrink. They know what they have is real. Sam says it best. "It's sad. We live in a diverse world, yet some still think love has a color. For them, every photo, every shared moment, is a small act of defiance, a reminder that love doesn't ask for permission. It simply exists without caring about anyone." Number 5. Bibi Bugatti. Bibi didn't want to blend in. She wanted to reboot herself totally. She's from the Netherlands, and her style was always too much. Too much makeup, too much glam, and too many fillers for people who preferred natural. So she stopped asking. She started reshaping. By her late 20s, she'd spent over 50,000 euros transforming her face, her chest, her identity. She called it her Barbie era. But it wasn't about perfection. It was about control. In Dubai now, far from family and friends who didn't understand, she's built a new life around self-curation. "I'm not trying to be pretty for anyone else," she says. "This is what makes me feel strong." Her look, bold lips, high-gloss hair, cartoon curves, gets attention, but it's not for shock. It's armor. It's her choice. People stare, but Bibi doesn't care. She knows she's not everyone's taste. She's not trying to be. She just wants to feel like herself when she looks in the mirror. And now, she does. Number 4. Ian, the young ninja. 8-year-old Ian isn't just strong for his age. He's stronger than most adults. This kid can push a car over 100 times his body weight, and that's just his warm-up. He invited Jack to take on 9 of his hardest Ninja Warrior obstacles, and Jack agreed. Kind of cocky, kind of clueless. From salmon ladders to one-handed leeches, Ian breezed through them while Jack sweated and slipped. The kid didn't even flinch. Jack got smacked with challenges and then consequences because every failed attempt meant punishment. Ian made it worse by choosing the hardest ones on purpose. Things got real when he pushed a Ford F-150 across a parking lot, faster than Jack could. The heat didn't slow him. The weight didn't matter. And when it came down to the warped wall, Jack had one shot left to avoid total embarrassment. He finally pulled ahead, barely. But strength isn't just muscles. Ian's got precision and the kind of confidence most folk fake. Number 3, the girl who lives as a dog. Now this is just unbelievable, but for Lola, it's real life. She lives as Henrik's puppy full-time, not a costume. It's how she feels safe. Puppy play helps her manage anxiety and detach from pressure. She eats from bowls, wears a tail, sleeps on a dog bed, unless it's a bad night, then she uses a real one. She responds to commands, plays fetch, and gets belly rubs. And Henrik? He's fully in. He cooks for her, holds the leash, keeps her grounded. People bark at them in public. Some call it weird, others call it a kink. Lola says it's neither. This is just what helps me stay okay. Their friend Riley was confused at first, but listened. Her family needed time. They got there. For Lola, this isn't about pretending. It's about survival, safety, and joy. She's not hurting anyone. She's just doing what works for her. And in a world full of judgment, that's brave. Number 2, Bleu and Jay. Bleu never dreamed of loving someone behind bars. Yet here she is, married to Jay, an inmate she met through a prison pen pal program. It started as curiosity. A friend was writing to someone in Jay's unit. Then came the letters, honest, raw, and human. A year later, they were in love. I didn't grow up dreaming of marrying an inmate, Bleu said, but you can't control who your soul connects with. They married quietly, without her parents there. My biggest regret is that I had to tell them over the phone, she admits. Her father's disappointment haunted her, but the love stayed steady. Jay's eligible for parole in 4 years, and Blue's counting the days. Critics call her delusional. She calls it devotion. I know the stereotypes, she says, but love doesn't need your approval. Their bond lives on through phone calls, letters, and hope. Hope she got him. Number 1, the throuple that stunned the internet. You can't fake this dynamic. Bryant and Tamina already had a flashy life, luxury cars, designer fits, viral clout. Then they added Kyra, a woman from Australia who looks so much like Tamina that strangers ask if they're sisters. That was kind of the point. I wanted someone like me, Tamina said, because Bryant's got a type. Kira moved in fast. She didn't just join their home, she joined their marriage. Yes, Bryant has cheated before. No, they're not hiding that. Tamina's betting on transparency over tradition. They live stream, post openly, and keep their poly life on full display. When Tamina's best friend met Kyra, she didn't sugarcoat it. I thought Bryant brainwashed her. But nobody's being tricked. This is how they function. Open, chaotic, unapologetic. People online call it fake, messy, or attention-seeking. But they're not asking for agreement. They're not playing normally. They're building something that works for them, and they don't need your label for it. If you found this video interesting, be sure to like and subscribe. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you soon.